Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from InsolentAudits.
So I've been talking to this guy for like literally 2 days. Just started talking to him. He asked me out on a date yesterday for tonight, or for today, this afternoon. And I was like, yeah, sure. And he was like, okay, when? And I was like, really, anytime, I don't care. So he was like 12. And I was like, okay. Slept like last night, woke up at 9:30, hop in the shower, trying to get ready for this because it's 10 o'clock now. It's supposed to be 2 hours since he's supposed to be here. I'm texting him and I'm like, hey, send me some more pictures of yourself because I feel like I barely know what you look like, because we met on Snap and he doesn't have a public profile. So, and every single time I looked on Facebook for him, every single one of his names were married. So I'm like, send me more pictures of you so I can try and figure out who the hell you are. And he literally just blocks me. He just blocks me, just like for asking him what he looks like, or not even what he looks like, just for more pictures of him. He blocks me.
Sooner or later, the thirst always wins.
Fam, I really wish this gorilla could say that when the manosphere says over and over again that queens out there in modern dating all go for the same guys. I wish I could say it was exaggerating. I wish I could say it wasn't true. I wish I could say there wasn't enough evidence to back that theory up. But unfortunately, each and every day I find a new video like this. I mean, this queen is upset because she is going to miss out on a date with a guy that may be married. What kind of a Chadzilla, Tyrone Maximus type of guy is this? That she's like, OMG, he blocked me. So the fact that the guy might be married, might have a family already, doesn't bother you. What does bother this queen, and many of the queens like her, is that she's going to miss out on that sausage. You know, ladies, I try to have sympathy for you. Be a little bit empathetic for you women. But every day this gorilla loses more and more of it, because every day more and more clues come up that hypergamy is a thing. Not just hypergamy, you don't even care if you're going to be breaking up a family. You just want that top 20%er to lay down his pipe. Yeah, and at the end of the day, men are the problem. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on.
Men don't need more than 2 to 3 years of being in a relationship to know if they want to marry you. I think they know.
True. I can admit that they want to marry you, but should they? No.
In less than 2 years if they want to marry you. That's why I think, just my opinion, that the dating period should be 2 to 3 years maximum. If you meet a man in your late 20s or later and you want marriage and you are not engaged after 2 to 3 years of being in a relationship with him, I think there is a good chance that he is never going to marry you and that he's going to end up wasting your time. I've seen this play out with people I know. Like, women will stay in relationships for 4 or 5 years, live with the man, and not have a ring. This doesn't really apply, though, if you met young. If you met young or in your early 20s, it makes sense to date longer. The timing is different. I'm specifically talking about more mature relationships where you meet in your late 20s or later.
Show of hands for everybody who knew. Bingo.
Correction, queen. You're specifically talking about women that have been like partying in their late teens, early 20s, going out, racking up that body count, having a good old time, following the womanist dogma of work on their career, date like a man, get the bag, and then you get your man later. Now that the horrifying reality of the wall smashing is upon you, i.e. the egg carton apocalypse is coming, you're deciding, well, we got to speed up that timeline, so within 2 to 3 years, if I don't have a ring on my finger, I got to get out of here. I got to run as fast as I can and find myself a blue pill beta simp to marry me. This gorilla can't help but notice that women will always say, if they're in a relationship, a serious relationship, but they don't get a ring out of it, it's a waste of time. Hold up there, queen. Let's say you were living with this guy. He was your boyfriend, living boyfriend. You were the living girlfriend, and he did everything that a husband does. He paid for most of the bills. He provided for you, protected you, did the maintenance of the house. He does everything. The only difference is you don't have a ring and the government isn't all up in your business. How is this a waste of time? Oh, that's right. According to a Kawin logic, if he doesn't sign a piece of paper for him to risk half his assets plus alimony payouts, then somehow this equates to him not really loving you.
Well, remember, gorilla, they really like that wedding. They want that wedding to show off too. So if they're not going to get that to be able to show off all their friends, their ring, and all the amazing things that they're, approaching in life, motherhood and wifehood and all these things, they're not going to be happy.
Moving on.
And if we have learned anything from this Tyler Perry situation, true or not true, it's that men need to be married. I said it when everything went down with Shannon Sharp. I'll say it again. Men, particularly successful, wealthy, powerful men, need to be married. When you are a man whose entire life is built around people who are made to say yes to you, when you have a whole corporation working behind you of people whose job is to make your ambitions and dreams come true, you like run into the territory of feeling almost like a god and that like nobody should tell you no, because everything that you've designed around yourself is for people to tell you yes. But when you're married, you have one person in your life that will solidly tell your ass no. Somebody who will check you, somebody who you are responsible for and they are responsible for you, somebody whose reputation is tied to yours and vice versa.
This woman really thinks that women out there are just so benevolent and good.
Somebody who you will think about before you are about to make a decision that you shouldn't be making. When you leave men up to their own devices for too long, they start wilding out, okay? They need somebody who's going to be at home at night when they don't get there till 2 o'clock. You're a billionaire. Why are you out until 1 a.m. on a Tuesday? Bring your home. You know, somebody that picks up the phone and sees that you're texting the actor on your show a little inappropriately. You know, maybe the marriage has moved beyond love and it's more of a business arrangement. You should not be texting your actors on your shows like this. This is not appropriate. In this life, a man must answer to someone. And I mean a real human in the flesh, not just God. And for most men, that is their mother. But once their mother has passed on, they need to get someone who can be their equal, the person that they trust, the person that they actually listen to, or they will be wilding out.
What?
Right?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Damn, Queen, this gorilla's gotta say, I am impressed as to how you women pull out all the stops and try each and every possible angle to get at a man's resources. I mean, this young queen who's obviously like a top 10 looker, says that every successful, wealthy, powerful man needs to be married. Why is that exactly? Oh, let's go into what she said. Because wealthy, powerful men have created this world that everybody says yes to them, so they need someone to tell them no. If they needed someone to tell them no, they would have created a world where people would tell them no. That's not it. And they need someone at home to tell them, you're a billionaire. Why are you out at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday? Queen, because I'm a billionaire. That comes with the terrain of being a billionaire. Who are you to question that? Who are you to tell me when I can and can't come home? No, a billionaire doesn't need to marry a nursemaid. Funny thing how she says, oh, and if the marriage was beyond love and is a business arrangement, why don't you correct that? Because from this moment right now, you don't even know a successful man. You have no connections to that, and you already are planning to make the marriage beyond love. It's got to be business. No, it was never about love. It was always about business. It's about you trying to shame a billionaire or a millionaire or whatever into giving up his assets. And as you said, a man needs to answer to someone. Yeah, he answers to himself. Period. If he built himself up, he answers to the one person, the one that built him up, which is him. And another thing, Queen, I don't understand how you come up with this terminology of saying, oh, a man needs...
And it's funny because when men own businesses and men own things and build themselves up, they also don't just answer to themselves. They answer to everybody else. Like here, I answer to my audience because if my audience wants to watch certain things, it's not like I can just come in and be like, you know what? No. I'm just going to watch whatever I want to watch and put this on because I care. Like, yes, I may care about certain subjects, but I know my audience cares about certain subjects. So I focus on the subjects that my audience cares about. I'm not just out there doing whatever I want. No, I still, am under somebody else's wants and needs too. Like that's most business owners, right? I can't just go around owning a donut shop and not caring about what people care about the taste of my donuts.
To marry a woman, his equal, so they could do everything together. Okay, so when a male billionaire marries you, automatically you become his equal? Did you earn the billions that he has? Did you do all the business deals? Did you risk everything to make it happen? Were you out there hustling like he was? No. So you're not his equal. That's like saying, okay, well, I married this NBA player, so I'm his equal. No, you weren't out there making baskets with him. You weren't out there dunking. You weren't out there at 4 a.m. during team practice. A legal piece of paper does not make you his equal. It just gives you the ability to take half his stuff. Plus alimony payouts. But in this gorilla's humble opinion, if queens like this have to make these videos out there, that means that they're getting more desperate and there are fewer and fewer blue pill beta simps out there. Moving on.
A man will absolutely date you for years and never marry you and drag you along for years. Let me explain. Girls, I am telling you, I'm reading so many of my comments and it makes me so sad because I see these girls saying that they've been with these guys for years and they wasted all these years with a guy. Girls, I'm telling you from personal experience, and I'm also telling you from the fact that I work with thousands of men, thousands of them. A guy knows when you're the girl and they know early on. But guys are different than us. See, if we don't like a guy, we're not going to have, sex with them. We're not going to, if we don't like them, we don't want to be bothered with them. Men are not the same. Men are not the same. A guy will stay with the girl that he's getting sex from. Maybe she's pretty. Maybe she's, fun to be around. Maybe, think about it. He's got someone to go out with for holidays. He has someone to be his...
She really doesn't understand men, even though she works with thousands of men. You think we really care about holidays or going out on holidays? Like, if anything, men are just like, why do I have to stop working on certain holidays? I'd rather work and make double the money that day.
+1, but he'll never propose. He just won't. He won't talk about a future. Guys, when you're the girl, you're gonna know you're the girl. But I also want you to be careful because you will also have some guys that will lie to you and say, I love you. I want to marry you.
Liars?
I promise I'm going to put my ring on your finger. And you'll be like, oh my God, he loves me. He's going to marry me. And they never do. That's not a good guy either. Listen to me, girls, please. A guy knows early on if you're the girl for him. And if you're the girl for him, you will not ever be in doubt. Trust me on this. You'll never be in doubt. Never. If you're in doubt or if you're in a dating relationship that's gone on for years and years, it's not a good sign. I have to be honest. You're probably not the girl he's going to marry. And if he does marry you after a long period of time because you bitched at him and complained at him and people are like, why don't you marry the girl? Why don't you marry the girl? Now he feels like a jerk for not marrying you. He will not be a good husband because you're not the girl of his dreams. In my opinion, I know it's an old-fashioned way of thinking, but I swear I absolutely believe this is very, very true. A guy has to like the girl more than the girl likes the guy. The minute the girl starts...
Of course women say this because they just want to be pedestalized so badly and think that they're the prize.
Liking the guy more than the guy likes the girl, the dynamic of the relationship changes. She starts to chase. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. No guy wants something that they want to feel like they got a prize, like they won something, like, look at what I got. This is my girl. That's what they want. They want the girl that they can show off to everybody and say, this is mine. And that's not about like beauty. That's about like, they love you. They love every part of you. And they can't imagine their life without you. Just imagine what I'm trying.
So just a codependent man.
To say here. If you are not the girl, they're not going to propose. They will drag the relationship out. So if you're in a relationship for years and you're like, it's not going anywhere, I haven't gotten a ring and this and that, more than likely it's because you're not the girl and he's kind of holding out to see if the right girl comes along. You don't want to be the girl he settles for. You want to be the girl that he wanted more than anything. So I hope that helped. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.
Oh boy, the copium just doesn't end. Okay, hold up a second. Of everything she said, let me start off with this part. She says that a guy has to like a girl more than the girl likes the guy for it to work. Yeah, right. That's basically marriage right there. That the guy likes the girl more than she likes him because he's buying her a ring. And the relationship has to be like that for it to work out. So don't half of all marriages end up in divorce, and 70% plus of all divorces are put in by women. The actual facts contradict what this queen is saying. That's number one. The other thing about the copium that she's putting on, saying that, oh, the guy wants a girl that he can show off to everybody else, but it doesn't have to do with beauty. So what is he going to do? Show off the emotions to everybody else? No, it actually has to do with beauty. Don't lie to these women with this body positivity crap. It don't work that way, sweetheart. But more to the point is, why do you queens always do the exact same thing? If the man doesn't propose to you, he's wasting your time. Why is he wasting your time? Here's a key question for all you women out there. For all of you that say that you're wasting my time. If he marries you, if he gives you a ring, what do you offer him that's going to make it worthwhile for him to risk half his assets? Oh, you're going to give him what? Full wife benefits? You weren't giving him wife benefits before, although he was probably already giving you husband benefits, especially if you were living together. You said a relationship that drags on for years, it doesn't go anywhere. Why does it have to go anywhere? It's cool how it is now. If the guy's like, hey, we've been dating for years, we've been living together.
Remember, a lot of women just, I don't need no man. I don't want kids. I don't want a family. I'd rather focus on my career. men are kind of giving you that out of being able to do that, right? Because now we're not tying you down in any way. You are off to focus on your career whenever that path comes along. But now you get upset at men just giving you the choice to be able to, choose your career if need be.
Everything's good. Let's keep going this route. And you're like, I want a ring. No, that's not going anywhere. That's you women going on a childish tantrum saying, you insist that the government has to butt into our relationship. They have to come in and dictate terms. That's how we take it in a positive direction. And guys are going to be like, no, I don't agree. I don't want to do this. I don't want the government being in my business. And I get it. The title is very important to you women, but let this gorilla just say it. You can thank womanism for this. Yes, 4th generation, 5th generation womanism that were out there telling you date like a man, do this, do that, get the bag and everything. They're the ones who pushed you women to act the way you act, and men just reacted to that. And with all the laws in family court that are against them, and to be honest with you, with the way how family court is, with all the laws against a man, and let me tell you, Queen, a man agreeing to marriage, a man agreeing to the government getting in his life is basically him taking half all his stuff, shoving it down a cannon, giving you the trigger to the cannon, and hoping that, OMG, you love me so much that you'll never press that trigger and blow half my stuff away. Oh, because you queens will never do that until a few years down the road when a bad boy comes around and convinces you to leave your husbands, and then you got to go out there and find yourselves.
The sign language is getting so apparent. The shame, insult, guilt to need to be right. Women really want to push men into things that they don't want to do. Just like, sometimes we can say, oh, women should, have kids and things like that. But men don't really push it. Women still have the choice to have kids if they want to. Remember, their body or their choice. Again, it's our wallet, our choice. We're just exercising the wallet power. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.